Cruising through the streets of New York City, it's Abie's DooWop Taxi.
Let's go for a ride.
Let's go for a ride, my dear. The night is warm and clear. Won't you come and sit right here? Please don't say no. Please don't say no. Let's go for a ride, my sweet. I want a septic beat. So climb right in the seat. Go with me for a ride, for a ride. Warm and comfortable, I want it just for you. Won't you come and sit right down and enjoy its copper too. Let's go for a ride, my dear. The night is warm and clear. Won't you come and sit right here? Go with me for a ride, for a ride. My car is warm and comfortable, I bought it just for you. Won't you come and sit right down and enjoy its copper too. Let's go for a ride, my sweetie. I want a septic feed, so climb right in the seat. Go with me for a ride, for a ride. Well, let's go for a ride, yeah, let's go for a ride, yeah, let's go for a ride, yeah, let's go for a ride, 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 let's go for a ride.
Greetings and welcome once again to another edition of Abie's DooWop Taxi. My name is Abie and I'm your host. I have another great show planned for you today. We'll pick up the UGHA Top 500 at number 459. We'll play some more of J.C. Marion's R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. And we'll play a lot of other great songs like this one by the Heartbreakers. This is Come Back My Love.
Oh, come back, my love. Don't go away. I need your loving every day. Love you so, and I want you to know I need your love so badly. Well, I've been alone. You wondered why. Love you so, and I want you to know I need your love so badly. Well, now everybody may bring my name in the name of good I'm asking you, darling, why don't you come back and give me a chance? Come back, love, don't go away. I love you every day. I love you so, and want you know I need your love so badly. Well, I know you only walk like only for the lonely nights. I love you so, and want you know I need your love so badly. Well, everybody makes big mistakes in the game of romance. Come back and give me a chance. Come back, love you don't go away. I love you every day. I love you so, and want you know I need your love so badly. 'Cause I need your love so badly.
That great song by the Heartbreakers was recorded live at the Apollo Theater in 1959, and it was released on the Fordham label. The Heartbreakers, Paul Himmelstein, Henry Jackson, Robert Higgs, and Henry Eli were all in high school when they recorded that song. You know, some songs you never get tired of, and here's some doo-wop staples coming that I'm sure you'll enjoy. First we have Shep and the Limelights with Daddy's Home.
You're my love, you're my angel, you're the girl of my dreams. I'd like to thank you for waiting patiently. Daddy's home, Daddy's home. You stay. How I've waited for this moment to be by your side. Your best friend wrote and told me you had teardrops in your eyes. Daddy's home, Daddy's home to stay. It wasn't on a Sunday, Monday and Tuesday went by. It wasn't on a Tuesday afternoon. All I could do was cry, but I made a promise that you treasure. I made it back home to you. How I've waited for this moment to be by your side. Your best friend wrote and told me you had teardrops in your eyes. Daddy's home, Daddy's home to stay. Daddy's home to stay. I'm not 1,000 miles away.
Shep and the Limelights recorded Daddy's Home in 1961 on the Hull record label. It hit number 4 on the Billboard R&B charts and number 2 on the Billboard Pop charts. The Limelights were James Shepard, who had formerly been with the Heartbeats, Clarence Bassett, and Charles Baskerville. Another song that you never get tired of is Teenager in Love, and let's make it a battle of the groups. First here from California are the Alley Cats.
Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart, 'cause I'm so afraid that we will have to part. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? One day I feel so happy, next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. And if you say goodbye, I go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. And if you say goodbye, I go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars above, why must I be a teenager in love? In love. Why must I be a teenager in love? In love. Why must I be a teenager in love? In love. Why must I be a teenager in love? Teenager in love.
That's a pretty good version of that song by a current-day a cappella group from California known as the Alley Cats. Now let's listen to the original done in 1959 by Dion and the Belmonts.
Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart, 'cause I am so afraid that we will have to part. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? One day I feel so happy, the next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad, 'cause each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. And if you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager?
I've always loved that song. Dion and the Belmonts recorded Teenager in Love in 1959 on the Laurie label. It hit number 5 on the Billboard pop charts. Dion and the Belmonts were from the Bronx. They were Dion DiMucci, Carlo Mastrangelo, Angelo DeLeo, and Fred Milano. Now, as long as we're on teenagers, here are the Kodaks with Teenager's Dream.
Dream, dream, dream. Dream come true. You're my dream come true. All my love belongs to you.
The Kodaks recorded Teenager's Dream in 1957. It was the first song they ever recorded on the Fury label. The Kodaks in 1957 were Pearl McKinnon, James Patrick, William Franklin, Larry Davis, and William Miller. They were from Newark, New Jersey. And you are riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. We're glad you can come along for the ride today. We'll be getting to J.C. Marion's R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s in just a little while. And then later on, we'll play some more songs off the UGHA Top 500, where we are up to number 459. But first, I have the Penguins with a really great song. This is Hey Senorita.
Take you home. Hey, senorita, let me take you home. If you do that, baby, I promise we'll be all alone. Hey, senorita, let me take you home. Hey, senorita, call me. Please call me on the line. Hey, senorita, call me on the line. Oh, little girl. Hey, senorita, call me. Why don't you call me on the line? Hey, senorita, call me on the line. If you do that, baby, everything will be fine. Hey, senorita, call me on the line. Oh, so sweet mama, 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 oh, so sweet mama. Senorita, now that you are mine.
The Penguins were from Los Angeles, and they recorded Hey Senorita on the Dutone label in 1954. Cleve Duncan, Dexter Tisby, Curtis Williams, and Bruce Tate were the Penguins. And next on Abie's DooWop Taxi, we're going to play some more of J.C. Marion's R&B and doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. J.C. Marion is an extremely knowledgeable person in this music and is kind enough to pick songs for me to play and write notes for me to read. You can learn more about J.C. Marion on his website, DooWop Nation, and there's a link to his website on my website, doowoptaxi.com, www.doowoptaxi.com. And J.C. Marion's first pick for today is by the Cleftones. The name of the song is Little Girl of Mine. J.C. Marion writes, developed into a teenage national sing-along that made vocal groups the top pops in the mid-50s. Herb Cox shows why he was as good as gold on lead. And he certainly was, and here are the Cleftones with Little Girl of Mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, little girl of mine, you sure look fine. Yes, you appeal to me. I'll never set you free. Be my loving baby till the end of time. I can't sleep, can't
So little girl, stay. That's all I ask of you. Be mine and mine alone. Don't leave your happy home. 'Cause I love you, baby, and I always will. You're my one and only thrill, my baby. Oh, honey. Oh, yeah.
The Cleftones were from Jamaica, Queens, in the city of New York. They recorded Little Girl of Mine in 1956 on the G Record label. It hit number 57 on the pop charts and number 8 on the R&B charts. The Cleftones were Herbie Cox, Charlie James, Berman Patterson, William McLean, and Warren Corbin. Next up on J.C. Marion's list today is For You I Have Eyes by the Crickets. And J.C. Marion writes, this great group with the lead of Grover Dean Barlow was another in a classic mold from the early 50s. This is a ballad on par with their later recording of Be Faithful. Here are the Crickets with For You I Have Eyes.
Here I sit looking at the skies. I hope you'll realize it's for you, my dear. I have eyes. The day will come when you'll be mine, and we'll dance away the time. It's for you, my dear. I have eyes. A lonely room, a quiet night, our loved ones far and out of sight. I hope and pray there'll come a day when loved ones will come home to stay. Here I sit looking at the skies. I hope you'll realize it's for you, my dear. I have eyes. I'll hope and pray there'll come a day when loved ones will come home to stay. Here I sit looking at the skies. I hope you'll realize it's for you, my dear. I have eyes.
J.C. Marion picked some really great songs, and For You I Have Eyes by the Crickets is certainly one of them. The Crickets were from the Morrisania section of the Bronx. They were Grover Dean Barlow, Harold Johnson, Eugene Stapleton, Leon Carter, and Rodney Jackson. They recorded For You I Have Eyes in 1953 on the MGM label. J.C. Marion's next pick for today is by the Four Bars. The name of the song is If I Give My Heart to You. J.C. Marion writes, in the summer of 1954, this little-known vocal group does an R&B version of Kitty Kalin's pop hit record. This was the way of the style in the early 50s for R&B performers to do their versions of pop tunes, and this is a good example. Here are the 4 bars with If I Give My Heart to You.
If I give my heart to you, if I give my heart to you, will you handle it with care? Will you always treat me tenderly and in every way be fair? If I give my heart to you, will you give me all your love? Will you swear that you'll be true to me by the lights that shine above? Shines above. And will you sigh with me when I'm sad? Smile with me when I'm glad, and always be as you are with me tonight. Think it over and be sure. Please don't answer till you do. When you promise all these things to me, then I'll give my heart to you. And when you sigh with me when I'm sad, smile with me when I'm glad, and always be as you are with me tonight. Think it over and be sure. Please don't answer till you do. When you promise all these things to me, then I'll give my heart to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I can say about J.C. Marion and the songs that he picks is he really knows his stuff, and he picks some great songs, just as the one we just heard, If I Give My Heart to You by the 4 Bars. It was recorded in 1954 on the Josie label. The 4 Bars were Alfonso Feenster, Melvin Butler, Francis Henry, and Eddie Day. The next song that J.C. Marion picks today is Marcella by the Castells. J.C. Marion writes, George Grant, one of the best of all the vocal group leads, is at the top of his game in this love song to the girl of the title. This is Philadelphia's finest from the wandering second tenor, bass recitation on the bridge, and the overall sound of this style of music. Here are the Castells with Marcella.
Darling, dearest darling, I'll never let you go.
The Castells recorded Marcella in 1954 on the Grand record label. The Castells were from Philadelphia. They were George Grant, Octavio Anthony, Frank Vance, and Walter Miller. J.C. Marion's next pick for today is I Love You Mostly by the Oreos. And J.C. Marion writes, a later effort by this group of influential pioneers. By this time, January of 1955, Sonny Till and a group known as the Regals were recording as the Oreos, a bluesy ballad that introduced many new rock and rollers to this group thanks to Alan Freed. Here are the Oreos with I Love You Mostly.
I love you mostly, cause you're so kind and true. Seems it's nothing you wouldn't do to prove your love for me. I love you mostly for your sweet tenderness and the softness of your caress brings nothing but happiness. Softness of your caress brings nothing but happiness. I love you mostly.
I Love You Mostly was recorded in 1955 on the Jubilee label. The Oreos in 1955 were Sonny Till, Alexander Sharp, Gregory Carroll, John Reed, Ralph Williams, and Charlie Harris. We'll have more J.C. Marion picks later on in the show. And you're still riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. And now, listen to this.
without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
From 1934, we just heard Dick Robertson singing with the Frankie Trumbauer Orchestra on a very early recording of a song that we all know well, Blue Moon. And you are riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. We're certainly glad you came along for the ride today. And next on Abie's DooWop Taxi, if you recall last week, we played a song, Goodbye Darling. It was number 465 on the UGHA survey. And I mentioned the Corsairs, the group that did Goodbye Darling, was also the same group that had a big hit with Smoky Places in 1962. So here are the Corsairs with Smoky Places.
Meeting in smoky places, hiding in shadowy corners, dancing where no one knows our faces, sharing love stolen in the night in smoky places. Some sunny day, set you free. He will set you free. Would you be by my side? Some sunny day, sweetheart, he'll set you free. Will be satisfied.
In December 1961, Smoky Places hit number 12 on the Billboard Pop charts, and in January 1962, it hit number 10 on the Billboard R&B charts. Smoky Places was recorded on the Tough record label. The Corsairs were from North Carolina, and they were brothers Jay, James, and Mo Uzel, along with cousin George Wooten. And you know, as long as we're meeting in Smoky Places, we may as well take a trip down to Smokey Joe's Cafe. Here are the Robins with Smokey Joe's Cafe.
Oh, I, Smokey Joe's Cafe. Oh, I, Smokey Joe's Cafe. One day while I was eating beans at Smokey Joe's Cafe, just sitting digging all the scene at Smokey Joe's Cafe, a chick came walking through the door that I had never seen before. At least I never saw her down at Smokey Joe's Cafe. Ooh, and I started shaking when she sat right down next to me. Ooh, her knees were almost touching mine at Smokey Joe's Cafe. Her chill was running down my spine at Smokey Joe's Cafe. Oh, I could smell a sweet perfume. She smiled at me, my heart went boom. Then everybody in the room at Smokey Joe's Cafe, they said, man, be careful, that chick belongs to Smokey Joe. From behind the counter, I saw a man, a shelf hat on his head and a knife in his hand. He grabbed me by my collar and began to shout,
You better eat up all your beans and bar and clear right on out.
yes, I know I'll never eat again at Smokey Joe's Cafe, and so we'll never meet again at Smokey Joe's Cafe. I'd rather eat my chili beans at Jim's or Jack's or John's or Jeans than take my chances eating out at Smokey Joe's Cafe. Ooh, I risk my life when that Smokey Joe's a crazy fool. Smokey Joe's Cafe. Oh, I, Smokey Joe's Cafe. Oh, I, Smokey Joe's Cafe. Oh, I, Smokey Joe's Cafe.
Smokey Joe's Cafe was recorded in 1955 on the Atco label. It hit number 10 on the Billboard R&B charts. The Robins were from Los Angeles. They were Ty Terrell, Billy Richards, Roy Richards, Bobby Nunn, Carl Gardner, and Grady Chapman. Carl Gardner and Bobby Nunn would later on go on to form the Coasters. And you know, we went from Smoky Places to Smokey Joe's Cafe, and what did we run into? Smokey Robinson. Here he is with the Miracles on a very early release. This is Bad Girl.
She's not a bad girl because she made me see how love could be. But she's a bad girl because she wants to be free. She
We just heard the song that more or less introduced Smokey Robinson and the Miracles to the world. It only scratched the pop charts in 1959 at number 93, recorded on the Chess record label. This was before their Motown days. The Miracles were from Detroit. They were Smokey Robinson, Claudette Rogers, Bobby Rogers, Ronnie White, and Warren Moore. We're going to be getting back to the UGHA Top 500 in just a couple of minutes, but first here's a battle of the groups. First we have the Phantoms. They're a local group. I've seen them perform many times in our area. Here is Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your touch? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight when words are spoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know if your love is the love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Ooh, will you still love me tomorrow? Ooh, will you still love me tomorrow?
Man, they're great. They're Joe Valenti, Charlie Stacks, Brian Becker, Kathleen Hughes, and Mike McDonough, the Phantoms, and they're based in Woodstock. They have played in the Catskills a lot, and I've seen them, and I've met them, and I've met Joe, and you should catch them sometime if you can. You can also check out their website. It's www.phantomsband.com. That's PHANTOMSBAND.com. Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? Great song. And now here are the Shirelles.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me
Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow was recorded on the Skepta label, and in late 1960 it hit number 2 on the Billboard R&B charts and number 1 on the Billboard pop charts. The Shirelles are from Passaic, New Jersey, and they were Shirley Owens Wilson, Beverly Lee, Doris Kenner, and Adie Harris. And you're riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. We will now get back to the UGHA Top 500, where we are up to number 459. And number 459 is by the Dominoes. This is The Bells.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here. Oh, 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 oh. There are 4 black horses with eyes of flaming red. There are roses tied with ribbons all around my baby's head. Oh, the bells are ringing, and they say, "I'll go and see." Well, I know why they're ringing. They're ringing out for me. Forgive me, I know I've caused you pain. I replaced your tears with diamonds just to see your face again. And they'll say, I'll go and see. Yes, I know why they're ringing. They're ringing out for me. Ashes to ashes and dust to
The Dominoes recorded The Bells in 1953 on the Federal label. It hit number 3 on the Billboard R&B charts. It was Clyde McPhatter doing the lead singing and doing all of the crying on the song, along with Joe Lamont, David McNeil, and James Van Loon. Jackie Wilson would join the group in 1953, but it's not clear from the books that I use whether or not he was on that song. I believe he joined the group after Clyde McPhatter left the group to form the Drifters. The Bells comes into our UGHA survey at number 459. Number 458 is this really great doo-wop by Tony and the Twilighters. This is Be My Girl.
Ellie, 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 Ellie,
That's a really great song, Tony and the Twilighters, Be My Girl, recorded in 1960 on the Jolene label. They were Anthony Tony Moresco, Anthony Barbella, Michael Bongiorno, and Bernard Mastragostino. Be My Girl comes into our UGHA survey at number 458. We just heard a song called The Bells, and at number 457 we have a group called The Bells with What Can I Tell Her Now? The Bells recorded What Can I Tell Her Now in 1955 on the Rama label. Members of the Bells were Joe Van Loon, who was in many groups, including the Ravens, Willie Ray, Willis Saunders, and Bob Cornegay. What Can I Tell Her Now comes into our UGHA survey at number 457. Number 456 is this smash hit by the Platters. Here is My Prayer.
When the twilight is gone and no songbirds are singing, when the twilight is gone, you come into my heart, and here in my heart you will stay while I pray. My prayer is to linger with you at the end of the day, in a dream that's divine. My prayer is a rapture in blue, with the world far away and your lips close to mine.
be the same. For as long as we live, that you'll always be there at the end of my
My Prayer was a smash. It hit number one on the pop and R&B charts in 1956, recorded on the Mercury label by the Platters, who were Tony Williams, David Lynch, Zola Taylor, Paul Roby, and Herb Reed. My Prayer comes into our UGHA survey at number 456. Number 455 is a really great song by a group called The Desires. This is Let It Please Be You.
If there's someone that I want,
Let It Please Be You by The Desires is one of my all-time favorite doo-wops, and I've always noticed how simple the lyrics are to that song and what a great song it is despite the simplicity of the lyrics. If there's someone that I want, let it please be you. I'm in need for a girl, you're in need for a boy. How simpler can you get? Let It Please Be You was recorded in 1959 on the Hull record label. The Desires were Robert White, Charles Hurston, James Whitaker, George Smith, and Charles Powell. Let It Please Be You comes into our UGHA survey at number 455. Number 454 is by The Ladders, and this is I Want to Know.
Cause
Want to Know was recorded in 1958 on the Holiday label. The Ladders were from Harlem, and they were Johnny Jackson, Herb Jennings, Irvin Jones, Ron Clark, and Douglas Jackson. I Want to Know comes into our UGHA survey at number 454. Number 453 is by the Gazelles, and the name of the song is Honest. The Gazelles were from New Jersey, and they recorded Honest in 1956 on the Gotham label. Honest comes into our UGHA survey at number 453. Number 452 is the Cadillacs, and they're taking us down the road.
I'm going far away, I'm leaving, baby. I'm going away to stay, bye, baby. Down the road I go. Well, now if you want, you better tell me now. I'm gonna leave you. Oh yeah, say to y'all, bye, baby. Down the road I go. I guess I'll always love you. I will. I love the stars who will pass their glow. Oh, down, baby. Oh, down the road I go, leaving you, baby.
I love you, yes I do. I need you, oh yes I do. I have to go, I really have to go. I'm going down the road.
Well, down, babe. Oh, down the road I go, leaving you, babe. Ain't coming back no more, bye, baby. Down the road I go.
Here are some interesting facts about the Cadillacs as taken from the Billboard Book of R&B Singles. They formed in 1953 at PS 139 in Harlem. So that means they formed in grade school. They didn't even wait to get to junior high school or high school. They were the first group to use choreography in their act, and that's pretty interesting. And here's something that's quite amazing. Out of several hundred songs that the Cadillacs recorded, only 4 hit the R&B charts and only 2 hit the pop charts. Down the Road was one of their more popular songs, but it did not hit the charts. It was recorded in 1955 on the Josie label. The Cadillacs were Earl Carroll, Laverne Drake, Earl Wade, Charles Brooks, and Robert Phillips. Down the Road comes into our UGHA survey at number 452. Number 451 is by the Heartbeats, and this is Down on My Knees.
Down on my knees, when troubles rise, I'm all alone. Somebody please, hear my cry, send my baby back home. I didn't mean to treat you wrong. Please, come back home. All I had is memories of you. Please make my wish come true. I am to blame. I'm sorry. Please come back to me. I can't complain. I know you love me. I'm begging for sympathy.
The Heartbeats were one of the more popular doo-wop groups of the 1950s. They recorded many songs, and they also had trouble hitting the charts because they only hit it one time with 1,000 Miles Away. However, Down on My Knees was one of their more popular songs. It was recorded in 1958 on the Roulette label. The Heartbeats were from Queens, New York. They were James Shep Shepard, Wally Roca, Walter Crump, Robbie Adams, and Vernon Walker. Down on My Knees comes into our UGHA survey at number 451, and we'll pick up the survey in our next show at number 450. And you're still riding an Abie's DooWop Taxi. We're glad you came along for the ride today. We have plenty of time left and plenty of great songs to come. And we're going to get back to J.C. Marion and play some more of his R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. Next up on J.C.'s list today is How Soon by the Jacks. J.C. Marion writes, an interesting West Coast group that had hits with a couple of ballads and then tried an up-tempo version of a pop tune to mixed results. The record got good airplay, but sales were not forthcoming. Well, let's see why. Here is How Soon by the Jacks.
Seeing you, how soon? I wished I really knew. And when will you be saying
close to you and dance the way we used to do. I see your star gleaming. Don't mind if I'm dreaming. Tell me, darling, now how soon. How soon would be tomorrow? Would I be seeing you? Let me hold you tight. How soon? You know I love you so. I wish I really knew. Let you go. And when will you be saying words I won't hear? Tender little love words. Don't be only moving clear. How soon, soon, soon will I be close to you? Just let me hold you tight. And my love for you so strong. Don't make me wait so long. I see your star eyes gleaming. Don't mind if I'm dreaming. Tell me, darling, now how soon. Please tell me, darling, now how soon.
The Jacks, a.k.a. the Cadets, recorded How Soon in 1956 on the RPM label. Willie Davis, Austin Taylor, Aaron Collins, Lloyd McGraw, and Will Jones were the Jacks. Our next J.C. Marion pick for today is Lily Mae Bell by the Valentines. J.C. Marion writes, great New York group that was adept at both ballads and jump tunes. Lead singer Richard Barrett heads this catchy dance tune that helped set the stage for the vocal group explosion of the mid-50s. Here are the Valentines with Lily Mae Bell.
Lily Mae Bell, oh how I love you. Lily Mae Bell, oh how I need you. Lily Mae Bell, oh but I want you mine. Lily Mae Bell, oh won't you hold me? Lily Mae Bell, oh don't you scold me? Lily Mae Bell, oh don't you love me mine? I told you that I love you until the day I die. I told you that I need you. How could you say goodbye? Lily Mae Bell, oh won't you kiss me? Lily Mae Bell, oh don't you miss me? Lily Mae Bell, oh don't you love me more?
I always liked that song. I didn't know it in 1955, but since then I've heard it many times by listening to DooWop on New York City radio. The Valentines recorded Lily Mae Bell in 1955 on the Rama label. The Valentines were from the Bronx. They were Richard Barrett, Mickey Francis, Eddie Edgehill, Raymond Brinks, and bassman Ronnie Bright. Our next J.C. Marion pick for today is Stranded in the Jungle by the Jayhawks. J.C. Marion writes, the original version of this novelty jump tune. The Cadets version had the juice, but this less polished rendering of the song still had its moments, and the Cadets being the alter ego of the Jacks, as I had mentioned before. Here is Stranded in the Jungle by the Jayhawks.
keep my date with my little girl who was back in the States. I was stranded in the jungle, afraid and alone, trying to figure a way to get a message back home. But how was I to know that the record that my plane had been fixed by my father as my girl to love her name?
Meanwhile, back in the States, bum, bum, baby, bum, baby, 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 bum, and little man, bum, baby, bum, bum, baby, your old time lover hasn't got a chance. Bum, baby, bum, baby, he's standing in the jungle, standing, he can be. So come on, pretty baby, just you and me. Meanwhile, back in the jungle.
The boys in the jungle had me on the run when something heavy hit me like an atomic bomb. When I woke up, my head started clear, and I had a strange feeling I was with cooking gear. I smelled something cooking, and I looked to see. That's when I found out they was cooking me.
Meanwhile, back in the States, bum, bum, baby, bum, bum, baby, 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 that little man, bum, baby, bum. Your old time lover hasn't got a chance. He's standing in the jungle, standing, he can be. So come on, pretty baby, just you and me. Meanwhile, back in the jungle.
I jumped off the pot and I finally got away, frantic with worry, wondering what my baby would say. So I jumped in the ocean and started to swim, but my chances of survival was getting mighty slim. So I thumbed on a whale who was heading my way, and I reached the States in a half a day. When I got to Lover's Lane, I was almost dead, but our soul was gone. Here's what I said.
Bum, bum, baby, bum, bum, baby,
Baby, baby, that man is no good. Oh, baby, baby, you should have understood. You can trust me as long as I'm free. So come back pretty, baby, where you used to be. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you.
This song is a perfect example of why I find J.C. Marion so valuable to my show, because personally I didn't know this song other than the one by the Cadets, which was more popular in my circles. And the story with these two songs is quite unusual in that they both hit the charts at the same time, and they both hit it big at the same time. J-Hooks hit number 9 on the R&B charts and number 18 on the pop charts, while the Cadets hit number 4 on the R&B charts and number 15 on the pop charts in July of 1956. Most unusual that the same song done by two different groups should both hit the charts big at the same time. The only other example of that I'm aware of is with the Diamonds and the Gladiolas with Little Darlin', and I'll play those songs sometime to demonstrate that. The Jayhawks were from Los Angeles. They were James Johnson, Carlton Fisher, Dave Govan, and Carver Bunkum. And as long as we're talking about both songs, why don't I play the other version by the Cadets? Here is Stranded in the Jungle by the Cadets.
I crashed in the jungle while trying to keep a date with my little girl who was back in the States. I was stranded in the jungle, afraid and alone, trying to figure a way to get a message back home. But I was out to know that the wreckage of my plane had been picked up and spotted and my girl in Lover's Lane. And meanwhile, back in the States,
baby, baby, let's make romance. You know your old time lover haven't got a chance. He's standing in the jungle, mad as he can be. So come on, pretty baby, just you and me.
and meanwhile, back in the jungle, the boys in the jungle had me on the run. when something heavy hit me like an atomic bomb. When I woke up and my head started to clear, I had a strange feeling I was with cooking gear. I smelled something cooking and I looked to see. That's when I found out they was cooking me.
Great! Googa booga! Let me out of here!
And meanwhile, back in the States,
Baby, baby, let's make romance. You know your old time lover haven't got a chance. If he's standing in the jungle, glad as he can be. So come on, pretty baby, just you and me.
meanwhile, back in the jungle, I jumped out the pot and I finally got away, frantic and worried about what my baby would say. So I jumped in the ocean and started to swim, for my chance of survival was getting mighty slim. So I thumbed down a whale who was in my way, and I reached the States in about half a day. And when I got to Lover's Lane, I was almost dead, but my soul was gone, and here's what I said.
Baby, baby, the man is no good. Oh, baby, baby, you should have understood. You can trust me as long as you please. So come back, pretty baby, where you used to be. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you.
From 1956, first we had the Jayhawks with their version of Stranded in the Jungle, and then the Cadets with their version of Stranded in the Jungle. Both groups were from the West Coast. The Jayhawks recorded on the Flash record label, and the Cadets recorded on the Modern record label. Okay, we have a couple of more J.C. Marion picks today. Next we have I Don't Know Why by the Keynotes, and J.C. Marion writes, a typical mid-50s vocal group sound from New York. The accented Latin beat powers the tune with the group doing a hard-edged vocal style, highlighted by an almost out-of-control high tenor cranking along. Here are the Keynotes with I Don't Know Why.
I don't know why I love you like I do. Oh, my darling, why won't you be true?
I don't know why I love you like I do. Well, maybe it's because that you love me true. Still, I don't know. No.
Love you like I do.
Oh, come back, my darling. Please come back to me. Well, tell me, pretty baby, that you will be true. Still, I don't know. No.
Love you like I do.
Oh, maybe someday, my dear, you will understand. Well, tell me then, my darling dear, I can be your man. Still, I don't know. No.
Love you like I do.
Oh. Like I do, well, maybe it's because that you love me true. Still, I no.
Love you like I do.
Officially, the title of the song was I Don't Know by the Keynotes. It was recorded in 1955 on the Apollo label. The Keynotes were from New York, and they were Floyd Adams, Howard Anderson, Roger Lee, Larry Carter, and Tucker Clark. One last J.C. Marion pick for today, and it's 7 Lonely Days by the Crows. J.C. Marion writes, an R&B version of the pop tune by the Crows with lead vocal by Viola Watkins. Released before their groundbreaking record of G, this record is an interesting sidebar for the coming revolution started by this group. And what he means by coming revolution, I've heard it said that G was one of the records that started the rock and roll era when it crossed over from the R&B charts to the pop charts. However, there were other R&B records that crossed over prior to this, so it's debatable. In any case, here is 7 Lonely Days by the Crows. That was a really great song, and I sure love the lead of Viola Watkins on that. The Crows were from Harlem in New York City. They recorded on the Rama label 7 Lonely Days in 1953. Daniel Norton, Harold Major, Mark Jackson, Bill Davis, and Gerald Hamilton were the Crows, along with Viola Watkins, who took the lead on that song. We'll have more J.C. Marion picks in our next show. Okay, you're still riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi, and we have a little time left. Speaking of time, you know you can't stop it, and here's Lee Andrews and the Hearts to tell us that. This is the clock.
Tick, tick, tock, tick, tick, tock. Will somebody make it stop? Well, tick, tick, tock. There's no the noisy cloud. Well, I long to hear my baby, but all I ever hear is tick, tick, tock, ticking another clock. Ring, ring, ring. There goes that alarm again. Well, ring, 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 ring. That thing driving me insane. Well, I long to have my baby, but all I ever hear is tick, tick, tock, ticking another clock. Somebody call my name. It's somebody playing a game. You want it on the phone. Well, if it's not my baby, then I'm not at home. I just sit here
Lee Andrews and the Hearts recorded The Clock in 1957 on the Mainline label. They were Lee Andrews, Roy Calhoun, Thomas Curry, Ted Weems, John Young, and Kenny Lowe. Now here are the chaperones to tell us about a little spaceman they met.
Way doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop.
Doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop. Doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop. Doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop. Run, it's the man from the moon.
I looked out my window and watched to my surprise. I see a crazy spaceship. It fell right from the sky. So I looked out my window and much to my surprise,
Hey, pretty baby, don't you understand?
here comes a crazy little moon man. You better run,
it's the man from the moon.
you better
Jack, it's the man from the moon.
You better
blow, Joe, it's the man from the moon. You better run, it's the man from the moon.
I looked out my window and much to my surprise, I see a crazy spaceman. He had 4 green eyes. So I looked out my window and much to my surprise,
Hey, pretty baby, don't you understand?
here comes a crazy little moon man. You better
run, it's the man from the moon.
You better
Jack, it's the man from the moon.
You better
blow, Joe, it's the man from the moon. You better run, it's the man from the moon.
When I
Run, it's the man from the
run,
son, it's the man from the moon. You better
try,
Jack, it's the man from the moon. You better
flow,
it's the man from the moon. You better run, it's the man from the moon.
Wait, doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop.
Doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop. Doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop. Doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop. Doo-wop, 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 whoop, whoop.
The chaperones were Tony Amato, Tommy Ranca, Roy Marchisano, Nick Salvato, and Rick Messino. They recorded Man from the Moon in 1961 on the Josie label. And let's see if we can squeeze a couple more in here. Many of you know that the Regents had a big hit with Barbara Ann, and I wonder, was she running around? Because that was their follow-up. This is Run Around.
I'm sick and tired of your lies telling me that you're good when you're going out with guys from your whole neighborhood. I've got news for you and I'm not kidding around. Pack up your bags and get out of town. Run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 bom, 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 bom. I gave you love and kisses and I bought you a ring. What a love this is, you're ruining everything. I used to have a job, took me from town to town, but everywhere I went, this is what I found. Run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 bom, 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 bom. I gave you love and kisses and I bought you a ring. But what a love this is, you're ruining everything. I used to have a job, took me from town to town, but everywhere I went, this is what I found. Run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 bom, 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 bom. Run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 run around, run around. Runny, 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 bom, 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 bom.
In 1961, Runaround hit number 28 on the pop charts and number 30 on the R&B charts for the regions who were from the Bronx. They were Guy Valeri, Sal Cuomo, Chuck Fassett, Don Jacobuzzi, and Tony Gravana. Runaround was recorded on the G record label. And that's going to do it, folks. Abie's DooWop Taxi is produced and directed by me, Abie. I do it at home on my computer, and I do it for the enjoyment of all you guys that are listening. I certainly hope you enjoyed the ride today. If you'd like to send me an email, my email address is doowoptaxi@aol.com. That's DOOWOPTAXI@aol.com. And I'm going to let the Starlings say goodbye for me today. This is I Gotta Go Now from 1955.
I got to go now. Hey, Dooley, I got to go now. Don't wanna see my ache because I'm going this way. Hey, I got to go now. Don't wanna hurt you, got to go now. Got to desert you, got to go now. But I'll be back someday. Hey, when I come back, I'll bring a sack like Santa brings Christmas toys. If you'll be here, I'll bring a kid like it does for girls and boys. But I got to go now. Hey, Dooley, I got to go now. Don't want to see you crying because I'm going this way. But I'll be back someday. Like Santa brings Christmas toys. If you'll be here, I'll bring the cheer like it does for girls and boys. But I got to go now. Hate to leave, I got to go now. Don't wanna see you crying because I'm going this way. But I'll be back someday.